So here at the London Concours at the Honourable Artillery Company, they always have a cool section where they have stuff that you wouldn't really expect to see at a classic car concours event in the middle of London. American cars, hot rods, stuff like that. And of course, again, they've got it this year. This year, it's the Customs category, Customs with a K. There's a few Mercury Cougars and some other cool stuff I want to look at, including an El Camino. There's a pretty funky car over there that I want to check out first. Let's do that. Check this out. It's got a gold tooth. That actually is, that one there, that bar in the middle of the bumper there is actually chromed gold, if you like. This is the 1950 Mercury Coupe Planet Voodoo. Planet Voodoo. In fact, it says that on the number plate as well. There's some interesting things about this car. It's a 1949-51 Mercury. Many US customers like these. I mean, there's two here. There were three in the catalogue. One has gone missing. There's something mystical about these cars. They tend to just disappear. But anyway, this is one of the coolest ones that I did want to talk about anyway. And this is owned by a company here in London called the Romance of Rust. It uses 57 Continental Mark II lowered suspension, of course, on these things. Lots of mods and all the rest of it. Whereas 1953 Buick side trim headlamp inset. So you can see that that's different over there. It's got a gold tooth in this 1953 DeSoto grille, augmented 57 Continental hubcaps, and a custom mix Voodoo Voodoo Vert paint color. It's interesting because in the catalogue, when I saw pictures of this car, it looked kind of brightish blue to me. So I didn't recognize it when I saw it here because that almost looks black. It's really interesting. There's a lot about this car to take in, including an incredible dashboard that basically is tattooed. It's got all kinds of things in there, including like cars and very goth type of imagery in there. It's pretty cool. And in fact, it says it's got leather upholstery in Gucci reptile print goat. It's got Connolly hides and a cobra skin / Connolly steering wheel with boa constrictor skin covered gauges and the custom painted dash created by Vince Ray. That's all in there. I mean, I can see the reptile leather seat covers on there. It looks absolutely extraordinary. That is one absolutely wild car. And you wouldn't expect anything less from American Customs, right? Now, there's an El Camino I want to check out. Let's do that next. This is a very cool car. There's something about El Caminos, you know, basically saloon cars that ended up as pickup cars, which is just very, very cool. And this is one of those cars, so again, based on a saloon car. This is a 1959 Chevrolet El Camino. And, you know, it came like this from the factory. This isn't the custom job. They didn't chop the top of the car off. This is actually how it came. But of course, it did get the custom paint job. So this is very much in the 1950s Southern California style. The scallop paint job inspired by the late Larry Watson. Shaved hood and door handles. So basically, there's no door handles on this at all. I don't know if that's opened by a remote or maybe there's a secret hidden button somewhere or something. And it's got a 350 V8, 412 brake horsepower, automatic box with a posi traction rear. I sound like somebody out of Grease Lightning, right? A posi traction rear, disc brakes up front. That's unusual for that generation. Air ride suspension, front and rear sway bars, quick ratio power steering. That's pretty sophisticated for a car like this. It basically goes on forever. There's a bench seat in the front with some quite elaborate airbrushing on the dashboard itself, and of course you've got to have a hula girl, right? If you have a car like this, you must have a little bouncing hula girl in the front of the car. Look at these. Aren't they like the police cars when they reach out and they get the spotlights to come up like that? So beautiful pinstriping down here, and at the front, very aggressive, very standout, got real presence, and actually quite threatening if you think about it. But yeah, something very special indeed. Wouldn't mind rocking an El Camino, wouldn't you? There's one more car I want to check out. Let's do that next. This is the 1941 Ford Business Coupe, and in this category here at this concours event, it's actually won its in-class award. So this is basically the pick of the show when it comes to this category. Again, it's got those fold-out the spotlights on here as well, chrome of course, beautifully presented. The interior on this thing is absolutely amazing. Now, basically, customized in the 1970s, competed in the 2000s at the Tim Musico of Long Beach Cavaliers in California, imported into the UK in 2016, and it had a complete bare metal respray. This thing, fresh upholstery, reworked mechanicals, modifications included a 4-inch roof top. That's why these things are called drop top. Look at this, 4-inch roof top, 4-inch lowered ride. The nose and decked out bodywork orientation have been removed, so it's all like clean. And the other interesting thing about this is check out the hubcaps, because the hubcaps are called flipper chrome hubcaps. The idea is that they're styled in such a way that when the light catches them as they're running, it looks as if the wheels are flipping as they're revolving. It really is quite something, and in the interior it's just exquisitely presented. The upholstery, the leather, the cloth on this car, so very well done, right down to the decking on the back, the fold down back seat. I think it's really nicely presented. It's like that would come out of a premium luxury manufacturer's factory, and you'd be like, yeah, that's about right. Just goes on forever. But you know what, not too wide, narrow enough to handle. I tell you what, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. My favorite of all of these, I think, would still have to be the Voodoo Mercury Coupe. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you're subscribing to youtube.com/browncarguy and hit the bell icon and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Whilst you're at it, subscribe to browncarguy.com and follow me on social media by just searching for my hashtag. That's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even on TikTok. If you love my content, then please consider sponsoring and supporting it, and you can do that over at patreon.com/browncarguy. And you know what? You can use my platforms to promote your product, service, or brand. My YouTube channel is now closing in on 3,000 subscribers as I record this. Total views are nearly 500,000, and the reach just over the last month is nearly 1 million. So join these amazing people as my patrons, including Mohammed Umaid in the UAE, Partha in India, a tech guru and social media consultant. Find him on parthans.com. Tom Conway Gordon here in the UK, Isaac Beauchard in the US. He's got some great deals on cool cars at bespokeautos.com. Reza Adil, check him out at Alizadeh Cigars on Instagram. Mohammed Qasim, business consultant. You can find him at wehms.com. Siraj Abbasi at Tiles Italia on Instagram for luxury floor and wall tiling. Mark Waddell in Canada. Zach Kogiani, a globe-trotting pilot with amazing images for sale at zachkogiani.com. And last but not least, my school chum Shaheer Hakki. Thanks for watching. More cool vids on the way. Catch you again in the next one.